Hi, welcome to this Corbettmaths video. In this video, we're going to look at how we can use a calculator to work out definite integrals. So here we've got find the integral of 2x with respect to x between 5 and 1. Now, in my other Corbettmaths videos, I've gone through how to work that out. So we'd obviously integrate it, then we would substitute in 5 and 1 and take them away to find the definite integral to work out the value of that. But it can be quite useful to be able to check it on your calculator. So in terms of a calculator to use, I've got two calculators here. This is probably the more modern version, the Casio FX991CW. So that calculator can work out the definite integral for you, and it's just one that I've picked up that I can use to show you how to do it. Then I just want to mention that this is probably one of my old favorites, so you probably can't buy this one in shops anymore, but I really like this one because it's got the definite integral button. You can just press it, type in the values, and it just works out really quickly. So we've got two versions. I'm going to focus on using this one today because it's probably the version that you've got. Okay, so we've got the Casio FX991CW, and we're going to work out the integral of 2x with respect to x between the limits of 5 and 1. Okay, so to work this out, what we're going to do is we're going to press, now if we have a look at the calculator here, if we press the catalog button, and then you're showing some options on the screen such as function analysis, probability, and so on. We want the top one, so just press on your calculator EXE there. And then you'll see you've been offered some more options, derivative, integration, and so on. We want integration, so let's press down and then press EXE again. And then you've got that definite integral. So we can type in our limits there. So I'm going to start off with those using the little arrows to navigate to where you want to go to. So I'm going to type in 5 there. I'm going to go down and press 1 there. And then we want to type in 2x here. So I'm going to press 2 and then I'm going to press x. Now in terms of x, is the x button there or there's the x there? I'm going to choose this one here. So I'm just going to press that. Okay. And so as you can see, we've got finding the integral of 2x with respect to x between 5 and 1. And then if we just press EXE, it then works it out as 24. So that means that if you've worked this out, then you can just check and see if you've got 24, and that's correct. Okay, so it's a great way to be able to just check your answers are right. Now it's important to know the steps of definite integration, such as integrating, substituting the values and taking away. But this is just a great technique to be able to check your answers. If you do have one of these older calculators, the FX991ES Plus, one of the ones that I really like, you can just turn it on, press the definite integral button, and then you can just type in the 5 in there, the 1 down there, and then in the little box just navigating across the 2, and then the x here is red there, so you press alpha and then x and then press equals, and again it works out to be 24. Now just like that one, because you've got the button, you can just press it straight away. So even though this is an older calculator, if I'm working out any questions with the definite integral, I tend to find this calculator just because it's my favorite one. This one obviously still works it out, but you just need to press a few more buttons. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, so our next question, we've been asked to find the definite integral of 3x squared minus 12 with respect to x between 4 and 1. So I'm going to focus on just using this calculator now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the definite integral. So we're going to press catalog and then EXE in the function analysis there. And then we're going to go down and we're going to press integration. So we're going to then press EXE again. And then we can type it in. And so we're going to type in our limits. So actually, you could type in the limits last, but I tend to type them in first, 4 and then 2, or limits there, 4 and 2. And then we're going to type in 3x squared minus 12. You can type it in like it's shown to you there with the brackets. So you can do 3x squared minus 12, close brackets, and then it matches what you've got on the page here. And if you press EXE, it gives you the answer 32. And I just want to check that if we take those brackets out and you type it without the brackets, would you still get 32? Let's just check. Yep, 32 as well. Okay, so that's another example. And let's have a look at one last question. Okay, this time we've been asked to find the definite integral of 6x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 2 with respect to x between 3 and 1. So again, we're going to get our calculator. We're going to press catalog. We're going to go into function analysis, so then press EXE. Then we're going to go down into integration there and press EXE. And then we're going to type it in. I'd like to type in my limits first, so just make sure you're, filling everything in. So 3 being the upper limit, 1 being the lower limit. We can put in our brackets. Obviously, we've seen it in our last example. I worked it out without it, but I'm going to put them in just because they're there. So we've opened up our brackets. Then we're going to type in 6 and then x squared, subtract, then the fraction button, and then 1 over x squared, and then plus 2 and close brackets. And then if we just have a look, yep, we've got everything we need. The integral between 3 and 1 of 6x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 2, close brackets, with respect to x. And then if we press the xe, it works it out as 55.33333 and so on. So that's it. So again, this is just a fantastic way to be able to check your answers are right. And I like to do this whenever I'm doing questions just to know, yep, I've got it right. And they're quite useful, particularly if you're doing questions on finding the area under a curve. So you can actually use your calculator to check those. And that's it. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.